Hello everyone, it's Simmuz here. Welcome to a brand new video on my channel, and today's video is going to focus about the future of the Sims franchise and Project Rene. Before jumping into the video, as always, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like to the video because it really helps me out and it pushes this video to more people on the platform, which means more people see me. But now, let's jump into it. Let's talk about Project Rene, and let's talk about all the info that we got from the official Sims account. So this is official information that I'm working on, and let's talk about Project Rene. So a few days ago, as of me recording, the Sims announced that they were going to talk about a bunch of different things. For example, they finally announced the Sims movie. They confirmed that it's going to be produced by the company that is co-owned by Margot Robbie, that also made the Barbie movie, and the director is Kate Herron, who also created the Loki series. 6 episodes of the Loki series were directed by her, and also the season 2 of The Last of Us that is coming out soon. But we are here to talk about Project Rene, and we got this little info here. So let's read this tweet. It says, through the Sims Lab, which is the new playtesting platform that the Sims is using, so anybody can sign to the Sims Lab and you can be, called to do some playtesting for the Sims. Obviously, all the stuff that you're going to do in playtesting has to be confidential, so if anybody is actually right now being talked to by the Sims company to be like, hey, do you want to play Project Rene, do you want to try it out? They cannot tell, but I'm guessing that there's going to be some information started to sneak out from the starting sneak peeks. That being said, obviously, I don't really condone people going out of their way and break NDAs, but, you can always sign up for the Sims Lab. I'm going to leave a link down below to how to sign up. So if you are interested in playtesting at all, you can do that. But they also did give us 2 sneak peek images of Project Rene, and this is the first one right here. Obviously, as I said, this is so pre-alpha. Project Rene right now is in development, but I'm honestly mostly intrigued by what they said about Project Rene. So let's talk about first these pictures. So this is the first picture. You can see these benches are basically the same that we have in The Sims 4. Same goes with these chairs. The trees are very reminiscent. The Sims look fine. I mean, it's pre-alpha, so I'm not gonna judge them too much about The Sims and how they look. I think they're fine. Obviously, I wish they're going to go with a more similar look to The Sims 4. Personally, I know people want a more realistic look. I think realistic to me doesn't really work. I think it looks okay. And this is the other picture here. And the word is interesting. There's some interesting, buildings in the background, especially like this one. I don't understand. It's probably just background, I'm guessing. There are some fencing here that I didn't notice before, so maybe actually this is an enclosed area and your Sim cannot go through there. But you can see it's very reminiscent of Sims 4, and it kind of is in that style and look. And from what we've seen in the first preview images and videos that we got, the build and buy was kind of similar to The Sims. It was a little bit more refined, I think, a little bit more textured. It was similar still, like the very cartoonish kind of look, which I think it's what they're going to stick with. But what is interesting about what they said about Project Rene is that Project Rene is not Sims 5. I was already saying this for a while. I've said it before in other Project Rene videos. I didn't think that Project Rene was going to come and sweep over The Sims 4 unless it's like super incredibly successful off the bat. And they have said it the whole time that they were planning to keep Sims 4 and Project Rene working alongside each other. And I was kind of curious on how they were going to go with that. And I was kind of speculating that maybe Project Rene was going to be a smaller game, more like focused on the multiplayer and all of that. And Sims 4 was going to be your one-player experience. And they basically confirmed what I said. So it is basically official at this point. Project Rene is not going to be Sims 5. And actually, they said they don't really have plans for Sims 5 anytime soon. And I know a lot of people are disappointed. The reasoning that they said for the fact that they don't want to start with Sims 5 yet is that they want the people that purchase packs and have the whole experience on Sims 4 to continue that experience and to not have to restart over with a brand new, buying packs and buy a new game and all of that. That doesn't super make sense to me as a reason because, yeah, okay, sure, some people probably would prefer to keep playing with The Sims 4, but it's not like The Sims 4 is going away when Sims 5 comes in, so it's not like you have to buy new packs and buy a new game and all of that. Sims 4 is still going to work, just like Sims 3 is working, just like Sims 2, if you have it, is working. Like, you don't need Sims 5 if you want to continue playing with Sims 4. What I think might have happened is that with Grant especially, who was managing the Sims secret project, which is Project Rene, leaving the company, I think they decided to move away from Project Rene becoming Sims 5 because they didn't believe a fully multiplayer experience could replace The Sims 4, which I totally agree with that. And I am so much more relieved that they decided to go with a Sims Project Rene alongside Sims 4, so you can have a multiplayer experience, but it's not required in your game and you can play it by yourself playing The Sims 4. This also means that there's probably going to be some interconnectivity between these two games, so probably you'll be able to maybe create a build in The Sims 4 and use it in Project Rene and, some kind of vice versa kind of things. The reason I'm saying that is because since the games looks so similar, I'm guessing they might, work alongside in some way, not only just like parallel, but also intertwining, right? Now, a lot of people are super pissed off because they said, oh my god, Sims 4 sucks, and I want a new game, and they don't want to give me the new game. So let's talk about that. Well, first and first, I do kind of like The Sims 4. I am a Sims 4 liker, so I have to say it. So maybe I am a little bit biased. I think The Sims 4 is a fine game. It's not like the best of the video games, or even in the Sims franchise. I think, there's definitely some issues. On the other hand, I also really like it and enjoy it. So, I'm not mad that they want to continue with The Sims 4. So people are kind of mad that they said they are not going to release Sims 5, and actually they did say they don't plan on releasing Sims 5 anytime soon. They actually have not started working on it. I don't know whether that's true or not, but Project Rene, it's not Sims 5. And I believe they're kind of trying to go with a Fortnite kind of vibes ideal, right? Because Fortnite has different game types that work in the Fortnite universe. So you have the Battle Royale Fortnite, which is obviously the main game, the one that it's the most famous for. But there is also the Lego Fortnite. There is like a Guitar Hero kind of Fortnite thing. There is the concerts and all the live events as well. So Fortnite has like different games inside the one game, inside the one universe, let's call it that. And kind of on the same way, also Roblox works the same. So you have Roblox and you have all the different games inside of Roblox. But I believe that Maxis and mainly EA wanted to have this kind of different, iteration of the game, connect to each other and, work alongside, but also kind of interact with each other like Fortnite does. Now, that being said, it's also true that Fortnite is working on a younger engine that's Sims 4. Sims 4 is from 2014, we have to keep this in mind. That being said, I also have, we've seen a lot of improvement for The Sims 4, longevity and how it works and how it feels. Right now, we just got a patch update that in my computer, it changed the way the game works completely. Like now I get up to 120 frames per second in my game, which is something I've never seen before. And I'm in ultra mode, like settings, which is insane. And it's very, very huge for The Sims 4. I have almost every pack as well. So it works very, very smoothly, and I think they are also working on improving the game even more, and that's the reason why we have the brand new people that are working on the team that is working just on fixing the game and the bugs. So that is kind of why I think The Sims 4 can handle obviously other years of development and additions, and they will probably know as well, like they would realize if the Sims cannot handle it. And I've heard a lot of modders say that actually the game could really handle a lot more content if especially the performance gets fixed, and they are really working on that. So I don't really think there is going to be an issue in that regard, and The Sims 4 is probably going to live for another few years. And as they're talking about, they said that there is no plan for Sims 5 because Project Rene is not Sims 5. I'm gonna, hammer this point home. At the same time, they said it, but I don't believe it. I don't believe that they have zero plans for Sims 5. I do believe that they might have just started to work on it in the last year or so, maybe 2 years, not more than that. And they really don't have a lot to show for it. And it's probably gonna come out, I'm guessing, 7 to 8, maybe even 10 years from now, we might see a Sims 5. But only at that point, and only if, at that point, The Sims 4 starts to either really struggle or doesn't, get as much money anymore. And the reason for my idea that they are trying to, create a universe like Fortnite has is basically, they said it, there is this Sims hub thing that they're talking about. So I have this tweet here by Simmaticale, and EA has announced an expansion of the Sims universe. So many more years of Sims 4 content, which we already knew about. They said it when firstly Rene was announced. They already said that Rene was going to work alongside the Sims 4. I was curious to think, find a way how they would work alongside if Project Rene was going to be Sims 5. But I had this feeling that, Project Rene was going to be a different game, and it is. We're going to have Sims 4 and Project Rene working alongside each other, but Project Rene focusing on the social aspect of gaming because it's going to be multiplayer, and we've seen all the multiplayer stuff, all the old consoles interacting with each other, mobile and PC and console all working together. We're going to have also more My Sims products, and I think this is also tied in with the My Sims re-releases for the Switch, which are coming out soon. And they also announced Project Stories, a new standalone mobile game that serves as a platform for creating and sharing stories. And I kind of suspected that they were going to create a brand new mobile game, because as of right now, I think the Sims Free Play stopped working at all. It's not being updated. There's no people working on it. And the other game, The Sims Mobile, that one is getting scaled down in content a big time, and I'm not sure if it's been announced or if it's just a rumor that it's getting also taken off the servers soonish. And we've also seen that happen with another EA game just right now. The Simpson Tapped Out, which is another EA product, has been discontinued as well, which I'm guessing is the EA way of focusing on this brand new Sims game, which is Project Stories. So I'm guessing they are, pushing all the mobile people into this game because it's going to be pretty huge, especially because it's talking about creating and sharing stories. I'm kind of interested to know more about this game, like what exactly it's going to entail. Kind of curious. I don't know. It is kind of weird. It's a mobile game, so it's probably not going to be super in depth, but I'm still kind of interested to see what's going to happen with that. I'm also going to leave in the description down below this Sims community article because it's talking about how the EA is marketing this Sims hub, and they're talking about the experience will be united and connected with a common creator tool and shared gallery, a single marketplace, the ability to port those objects from one experience to another, unified social network that will seamlessly connect people and fans across each of the Sims product, and potential for the significant growth of the Sims audience. Especially when talking about this graph here, I think this really shows why they are pushing so much on Sims 4. Like, you can see that here. It's pretty insane. this is how much, the income from Sims was. This was Sims 2. Well, a huge improvement. Sims 3 actually, got a little less love. Sims 4 is right now, I know, we're talking about a game that is twice the age of Sims 2, but it also made twice the money. And they expected for the Beyond to even improve that. So, when Sims 4 is making that much money, I understand why they don't want to stop creating content for it. As I said, I know a lot of people are annoyed because they wanted the Sims 5. And as of right now, they're focusing on, continuing with the Sims 4. That is like a given. It's their moneymaker right now. So they're gonna continue creating content. We have a new expansion pack coming out later in October, and we're going to have way more content coming soon. So I don't see them stopping for now. As of Project Rene, we know it's not Sims 5 and it's gonna work alongside Sims 4. It's going to be a multiplayer experience and focus on that, so they have that sorted. And they have the Switch, My Sims stuff, and other console maybe exclusives like My Sims is going to be. So they also have that covered. And they're going to have a brand new mobile app, so they also have that covered. So they're really trying to, diversify the Sims franchise in the different aspects of gaming, which obviously from a business standpoint makes a lot of sense. And at the other hand, I understand people are frustrated and want Sims 5. And as I said, I can see Sims 5 come out, just not in the near future. I'm saying 7 to 8 years. It's probably going to be 10-ish years. But I see maybe a game come out after Sims 4, because at this point Sims 4 has so much content that at a certain point it has to, it has to arrive to a point where it's gonna struggle. It's just a given. Just otherwise you're gonna have to use a huge machine, which like not many people can own. A huge computer with a lot of power and a lot of gigs. Or a console that is, up to par, that can, handle all of that. Like, as of right now, we can still handle a lot of content. In, 10 more years of content, I don't know about that. So, I'm guessing they are starting to work on Sims 5, but it's going to come out so in the future. So I guess this was this video to talk about Project Rene. I wanted to have a little conversation opener, so we can talk obviously in the comments as well what you think about Project Rene not being Sims 5. Were you expecting that? Are you surprised? Do you think Sims 5 is coming anytime soon? Do you not see Sims 5 coming at all? As I said all my things. Obviously, if you disagree with anything I said, let me know in the comments. We can talk about it. I love chatting with you guys in the comments and have a full conversation. It's one of my favorite things. So please let me know in the comments what you think, and just, let's enjoy what content is coming soon for Sims 4, for Project Rene, and anything in the Sims universe and the Sims hub. And we'll see what happens. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.